Welcome to the Pretty and Petty podcast. Episode, we don't fucking know, but doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
Because what's today?
It's our anniversary. Anniversary.
I don't know the song because it's a little older than me.
Here we go again with this bitch.
Yeah, but when we start pulling things out from the hat from the elder generation, then you're like, I know that song. I was a part of it. I got older brothers.
I don't know this one, but I'll jam. I'll jam with y'all. So
this is the baby making song. What are you talking about?
All right, so go ahead, hit on three.
No,
One, two, three. Go ahead. I'm gonna jam with y'all. I'm gonna jam with y'all.
Don't jam shit. We done fucked up the whole anniversary.
You done called us
episode
old
already. It's been a year with your ass, and you haven't learned anything.
I'm sorry. I did learn a lot. We're gonna talk about it because it's our anniversary episode. Woo. Congratulations. We made it to a year.
And
we are episode
without killing each other.
30 something in. Woo!
And I didn't choke the shit out of
Thank you to those who have been listening and to have been following us and with us on this journey. In the past year, we've done the IG, we've done PodBean, iHeart Radio, iTunes, YouTube. Karen is doing now her petty scopes. Alex is doing a focus on her fitness journey, and I'm just here doing nothing. But it's all right. I'm good. Shit. I don't do anything.
She don't do shit. No, she actually. Let's give credit where credit is due. She does a lot for us. She keeps us honest.
If you want,
she does our editing for some things.
Sometimes and
our
the
YouTube.
Whole time.
She complains. She yells at us. Oh my God. I've literally gotten calls or emails or text or whatever. Karen.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that I always wanted a little sister. And this past year just made me really appreciate my parents for not procreating.
Excuse me. I'm like the best little sister anyone can ever have.
You're the grumpiest little sister.
I mean, I'm grumpy, but you got you're on another level.
But I do it with
not
love.
Grumpy.
But
no, you like to yell and you just have a face that nobody wants to approach.
Nobody likes to yell.
It looks like you get off on it.
No,
I'm sorry. Quite honestly, it looks like you enjoy it.
It's more of the aggravation
she
between
does.
you
She looks like she enjoys it.
I don't. Whatever. All right.
Moving on to why this episode is so special. It's not because we're about to choke each other out.
Yes.
It's more of we're celebrating a milestone.
Yes.
Our 1 year.
Yes.
We did it during a pandemic.
Yes.
We
did.
Followed through. And
we come a long way. We were doing Zoom for the most part. Now we're back into doing it in person, which I think is a lot better for us because the social cues on Zoom and just the technical difficulties wasn't easy, but we kind of made it through. We had a lot of support and help through the journey. We had Chris with our music. We had John with the engineering.
With the engineering.
Chris as well with that as well. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of guests on the show.
We did have a lot of guests.
It was the DJ Khaled version,
special,
right? That's what Alex
it was like a deluxe album.
It was.
She's like, can you sing?
One.
It was like a whole album full of cameos.
The 1 year anniversary for us is like all cameos, but you know what? It was like special guests, and I was like, damn, do people really know who we are?
But you know what's good? We learned a lot about what other people do. Everyone that came had a purpose, right? We had Pasadilla, which you're wearing the shirt now. We had Coach Danny. We had Erica from Guilty Little Pleasures. We had Andy from What Do You Think About That Podcast? I almost messed up that fucking acronym.
As always.
Don't know why. We had Chris. Long. We had who else did we have on the show?
We had the crew.
We had Adila. We had from LeBrand.
No, not yet. We were on theirs.
We were on theirs, not ours. That's next.
We were featured on that hot mess because that was
with Kevin.
And we had Kevin.
We had Lisa.
I
think that's it. I think that covers.
That's a whole album right there.
Yeah, that's an album. It's not even like an LP. It's literally like a whole.
No, but I think that for the most part, our listeners know a lot more than they probably should about us.
Yeah, especially me.
I think we said a lot more than what we should have said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think it works. I think it works.
I think we also talked about the shitting, about the colonoscopy. Not colonoscopy. What do you call it when they extract the shit from your ass? We had like a 20-minute
colonics.
Yes, a whole conversation on that.
So sad that we said that so quickly too.
Mm-hmm. You're like, I have one next week.
I have one scheduled.
I got an appointment before I go away. Gotta let it out.
Gotta clean the system.
Let it go.
Let it go.
No, but we've talked about our sex life. We've talked
parenthood,
about our children. Yes. quarantine office environments. We've talked about annoying coworkers.
What else is there to talk about? We talked about everything
Families.
else.
I mean, come on, we could talk about a lot of things.
We could talk
and,
about
and we
things.
talk a lot about current events, right? We try to give you guys like the newest and
Gossip.
yeah, because that's what we know. We're really good with pop culture.
We also missed that we had Gus on the show, right? That was a
And
big
yes,
one.
yes. That was our most recent.
That was
yes.
our most recent,
and exciting. And
It was so recent. It was like it happened 2 hours ago.
Which
yes.
is true.
Oh my god.
And we haven't even been drinking. That's
Yeah.
bad.
We are gonna drink. Alex is going to awkwardly open this bottle.
Yes.
Somebody's about to get hurt.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Open
you want to do it now?
Yeah, because I have to drive and I don't want to drive borracha.
Woo! Mazel tov.
Isn't it Opa?
Opa.
Oh,
Mazel tov.
I'm sorry.
What do Dominicans say when they pop a bottle?
Nada.
What the fuck you asking me? I'm not
Dame.
Dominican.
Dame.
John, what do Dominicans say when they pop a bottle?
Dame.
Pásalo.
Hoy se bebe.
That's right. They
That's
say that.
our opa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Opa is a Greek thing. So we do that.
Yes, we do.
So we should
and
cheers to start off.
yes,
Hard
cheers
dance.
to a wonderful
Cheers.
first
Look me in
year.
the eye because that's no sex for a year then. Okay?
We're looking.
Okay.
We can't look at each other.
Alex is like, I'm not trying to continue that
Cheers.
streak.
Cheers to our
I don't know what
followers.
you're talking about. Well, I'm not going to get into that.
No, but seriously, we cheers to a great year, right?
Yes.
It was a new first year. We did really well. I mean, for people who, I mean, we did it through a pandemic, for Christ's sake, like,
Yes.
and we didn't let that stop us. Like,
No.
we were literally 3 women on a mission.
Yeah.
We started this before pandemic, and we said we're not gonna let this stop
Right.
us.
No.
And we went through and we did it and we pulled it off. You
Yes.
know, we have some learning and we had a nice little learning curve.
Yes.
What's your
We can
learning
say
curve,
that.
Karen?
What did you learn during this?
You notice how we all went to Karen
Yes.
first. What you learned, Karen?
Well, I learned to work on a passion project with 2 other people, you know, and I mean, this is our baby. I call it this all the time to SD when I'm talking to him. I'm like, but I barely know you, but we have a baby together.
Right.
Right? So you guys are like my sisters.
Which is, very typical for someone that doesn't know someone get knocked up. So
yeah, I mean, it happens out there. So this is us,
I don't
right? We
know.
had a one-night stand. We met like weeks before the pandemic, and
Yes.
then but look how far we've gone.
The
We've
baby's a
come.
year.
She
Yep.
slept at my house.
I did. Let's not talk about that because
It's the first and last time.
I'm getting sad
Yes.
about it. Oh,
Yeah,
first
yeah,
and last time.
yeah. She had her own personal air conditioner in the
I literally
guest-
slept with like my hoodie like tied at my chin.
She was cold. It wasn't my fault. She should have called me and said, "Bitch, do you have another blanket?"
Karen, you don't answer the fucking phone to begin with.
Yes,
Every
I
time we
do.
were
Of
trying to
course
look
I
for you
do.
one
She was
time.
like, I'm going to sleep. And I was like, okay, so she left me by myself. And then
I was
like,
tired. We went to get chimichurris
We
at
did.
fucking 2:00 in the morning.
We did.
All right. And
That's a
it
festival
wasn't 2 in
right
the
there.
morning. It was 11 o'clock at
no,
night.
it wasn't. We weren't. No, it was late.
No, it was not.
All right.
Okay.
You don't
let's-
get out much.
okay, let's-
You're like,
let's-
there's not
Oh
enough
no,
people
there is.
outside.
That is true. That wasn't
Karen
very
always wants to
exciting.
be out for fucking chimichurri.
Well, because it was exciting. I don't get out much, and
Yes.
you know,
And
a
we
mother
went
of
to the- it
3.
was because we went to that friend's thing I wasn't allowed to get in until the
That's right. So we
okay.
had to detour, and
Yeah.
we detoured into
Nice.
Uptown.
Well, I will say that I learned not only how to use iMovie, right? And I had to use it because Drew, who's a friend of mine, was giving me advice. He has his own like YouTube stuff and IG stuff, Mr. Drew Anthony, whatever. I think that's his name. Doesn't matter. He
We don't give a fuck. We just,
No, we do because he gave us some great.
he gave us some
pointers.
great advice. So if you find Drew Anthony, you'll find whatever his IG is. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm just trying to.
No, you're
Yeah.
petty. You're petty. It's okay. It's part
Anyway.
of the program.
So he was like, if you have a Mac, you can use iMovie. It's free, and that's the best program you can have. And I was like, really? I don't understand. He's like, just try it. So I tried it, and that's how we got
Yeah,
the footage.
a lot of her clips.
Our
were
clips,
from-
And the
Yeah.
clips have developed, I should
They have.
say.
And
I
they're
remember
fun.
there was the one episode, the one clip that you were trying to host, and you were like, I just cut this out. And I was like, I can't. I don't know how to cut. I don't know how to edit.
I'm still learning.
And she's like, no, bitch, you need to cut this out. People gonna see this whole conversation.
And
I was
yep.
like, yes, I don't know how to edit videos. So we've come a long way.
Yes,
And not only
yes.
that, because when I was introduced to doing this, I didn't know Karen, right?
No.
We established that very well. And I barely knew Alex. Alex was the
Thank
girl in
God.
the office
Who insulted
can
you?
you buy a Greek raffle ticket? Can you donate to this charity? And I'm
But
like,
as you can tell,
why
And
is she always asking
wait,
for
babies
money?
having babies.
But
Yes.
you over here just contradicted. You're like, you're always angry. You're always mean. Look, I'm a philanthropist. I'm over
Well,
here trying to have you donate to good causes
Okay.
and all that
yeah, but
stuff.
you do it yelling at people.
But that's how
Yeah.
you get people's attention, Karen.
She's like, you owe
When
me
you're
this.
nice,
You're
when
like,
you're nice, people
"Give me money for
here's
this
the thing.
raffle."
Here's the thing.
She
When
literally
you're nice,
texted us in the pandemic and was like, y'all still didn't buy a raffle ticket.
Yeah. No, you gotta be threatening because the thing is, when you're nice, they can kindly say no. They'll be like, "Oh, but she was nice."
But what if they
when you're
don't-
threatening, they're like, "Oh, fuck." You're like,
Exactly. So then you
Let me
just
give her-
basically.
That's like in church when they pass around the basket a couple of times.
Yeah, yeah.
By the third
no,
time, you're
she
like,
just
"Oh."
basically confirmed that she has aggressive and threatening
I'm-
to people. To
She's
she
aggressive.
bullies
It's
people.
It's for a good cause. I
Yeah,
don't
all
do
for the-
it. I don't,
all for the children.
I'm not doing it so I can go hang out somewhere. It's more
But where
for
does
the
the money
children.
go?
It's to the children.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
You gave it
But
personally
we're going
to
to
the
Puerto
children.
Rico next week. So thank you for the raffle.
No.
Oh no! Don't be controversial.
We're just kidding. We're just
Damn.
Because the
We're about to
raffles,
be on the
because the
news.
raffles are on sale next week. I don't want to be like,
Yes.
bitch, we caught your episode. We know where you're going and what you did with the money. I'm like, no, that she was fucking with y'all.
Anyway, another thing I wanna say that I there were times that I did want to quit, and I never told y'all that, but there was times that I was like, I can't do this, and it was at first because I was like, they're best friends, so what the fuck am I, right?
You're nobody.
I'm a nobody,
No.
right? So I was like, what the fuck am I doing
Did we ever make you feel out of sorts, like out of this?
No, I think it was just a personal thing because when you're listening to people speak and they've known each other for so long, they have a different
And
dynamic.
stories.
So how do you fit into that? I felt like, do I even need to be here if I barely speak, right? And that's because Alex was also very talkative. She continues to be, but she's actually learned as a personal thing to sort of let others speak. Am I wrong?
You say your journey. I got my moment coming up.
She's taking mental notes now. I'm literally gonna get spit in my food after this. But I continued to do this, and I was like, let me just stick to it. I never had an interest in podcasts. I listened to like one or two before we started doing this, and I was like, let me just try it. She offered it to me out of nowhere, right? Not out of nowhere. I had a conversation with her, but she offered it to me, invited me in, and now here we are. So I thank you both for
Here
allowing
we
me into your little
are.
circle here.
Once again.
Okay.
That's glorious.
Well, again, I wanted to make. We always wanted. We recognized that you were somewhat of an outsider, but we never wanted you to feel that way. So it was always important, like, hence why we ask you, for the most part, to host it, to close it out, because this is yours just as much as it is ours, you know? And so that was always our intention. You know?
you.
And Alex and I have stories for days, but we know and we recognize that if we start talking about those or we bring them up, you're going to be left out. Our viewers, our listeners are going to be left out. They're going to be like, what the fuck are they talking
like,
about?
bitch, we
and
weren't
so
there.
that wasn't the exactly. Like, oh, I'm glad you guys are
And
laughing.
they partied that shit mad times too. They were like, this is why I don't listen to this podcast. Because they start
Exactly,
talking
'cause
about
they always got
This
inside
always
jokes.
brings up the whole story about the bicycle. We don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Exactly. So that was the intention. So
Thank you.
We're happy you stuck out.
Thank
and,
you.
I had no idea that you wanted to quit.
I didn't tell yeah, I told other people.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's nice. It's out there that she wanted to quit.
I told other people. I asked for advice. I was like, I don't know, because they're like, how's it going? I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like 1,000% yet. I'll try it.
Interesting. And the truth comes out on the 1 year
After
anniversary.
1 year, right?
But isn't
This
that
is
what
like
I
a
do?
relationship recap, right?
It is a relationship
So this is what
recap.
it is. It's like, you know what, we've been together for a year. I just wanted to tell you
Your
how
feet
much
smell.
you fucking irked me.
Your
the
feet smell.
the beginning few months of the relationship, I really didn't think we were gonna last. And you know, I stuck it out because I asked my mother, like, I don't know if he's the one, but you know, I changed my mind.
But I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here
You got a car
with
so-
this baby. So
with his baby. Can't go nowhere now. So you know that this 1 year, yeah, it's definitely an eye opener. Not that, yeah, I did notice that I was talking too much more than you guys, and I wasn't letting you have the floor. So that was a learning curve I had to do because I am a talkative person. I do talk a lot. I have a lot of stories to tell. But yeah, I had to obviously remember this is a trio. It's not the Alex show. I pulled back from it. And I also appreciated, like, you ladies kind of boosting me up also when there were times myself where I was like, listen, I don't think I'm for this. I'm not for this. I feel like people maybe know my business too much. Even though I'm an open book, I felt like, nah, people are now going to start judging me, or I don't like the way I sound. I'm too loud. I'm too this and too that. And then I always got you guys telling me, but that's who you are, Alex. You're loud. You're funny. You're this. Like, don't sell yourself or don't put yourself back because now people can hear you. Because, you know? So I really appreciated that. It was more of like a learn game. Sometimes, too, I was like, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to do this anymore. And, you know, we all get that way when we're just feeling like, I don't know if this is my path, or I don't know if I'm doing a good job with two other ladies.
Right.
Because when you're in there with 3 other people, you got to put in your time, but you got to see if you're helping it or you're making it worse.
Right. You don't want to let anybody down.
And also, if you're making the podcast better and not worse, because some people can be a trio and you're like, yeah, these two are fun. This one's a fucking downer. You know, this
you never come down as a downer.
No, what I'm saying is like some people can take it like
I get it.
There's a trio, but only our focal point is the two. Like you got to make sure that you're coming with as much energy as the other two, right?
Naturally.
So that was like a thing that an eye opener, and also I started figuring out like I never gave a fuck what people like. My mouth is unedited. I never cared what people thought. So now you can hear it on record, and it's in the iCloud forever.
Yes, it's out there in the
it's
universe.
out there, but like there was nothing I think that I regret saying about my life, about my journey, and what I have to do, and also the things I said that weren't correct, but I learned from them. I think they need to stay there because things unedited, it shows you raw. It shows like, listen, you're human. You say fucked up shit. Maybe it wasn't the nicest thing to say about people or things at that moment, but you came and you learned from it.
Absolutely.
Celebrities do it all the time. They be finding tweets.
Yeah, but then it's like 20 years ago, Jamie Fallon dressed up as Chris Rock, and you're like, that was fucking like 20 years ago.
That's the thing. It's like you're only like people will dig up shit from the past and stuff like that. And in my head, I'm like, okay, what are you gonna dig up from me? That you know, it's so.
And that's the thing. People change, right? And I think that's what's happened a lot to us too. Like
progress.
You progress as a person, and you start to, you know, when doing a podcast or anything like this, it's mad fucking work.
It's
mad work. Like I be working, and then I'm thinking about what I gotta do for the podcast. I gotta plan time. I gotta do the editing for the videos. I have to contract people to do stuff for us. I have to get guests on. I have to schedule. I have to. It's a 3 thing. It's a 3-way street.
What are we gonna wear? When are you gonna come on? What are we gonna talk about? Make sure this is, you know, and that's the thing too. You gotta also. So if anyone that is thinking of podcasting and stuff like that with more than one person, and you're not the one, you gotta also be click with all 3 of you. You gotta be mindful of other people's times, all this stuff, and you clash. There are times where we clash. I've clashed with each one of these ladies, and I've had arguments, and we've had back and forth, but then we come back together. But that's just like it's all a learning process.
You don't clash with me. I literally let y'all speak, and I just let y'all speak, and I let y'all speak, and I'm like, all right.
Are you saying that Alex and I are always clashing?
Oh, yeah, I clash with Karen all the time. But here's the thing about me and Karen. We will clash. We'll say something to each other, and then like 2 minutes later, either she'll FaceTime me or I'll FaceTime her and I'm like, girl, what's up?
Isn't the banter always like between y'all two mostly?
Yeah,
the banter is with me everyone. At the end because I don't want to say, put a to the
But for the most,
yeah. Right?
But we also banter about your resting bitch face.
Don't act like you're the fucking
And
innocent
let's be honest,
one, too.
she does start sometimes the episodes yelling at us.
Yeah, she does.
Like you literally start, why didn't you tell me? I didn't put makeup on. You guys are wearing lipstick and
I'm going to bring probably another thing that I learned in this fucking thing. When we first started, we never said we were going to be recording.
Yes.
Like
for videos.
We were just gonna be on the recording. You're not gonna see our face. So Alex is all in pandemic wear, which if everyone knows, pandemic wear is
like
sweats,
the granny panties, a stained up T-shirt.
I'm not a girl that likes to put makeup on unless I'm going somewhere. If I'm in my motherfucking living room and you want me to put full face on, I'm sorry. I catch an attitude with all of you because I'm like, why I gotta put fucking full face on? Because now you want to record and show people what we look like. Look,
But we live in a time of video. And
people want to see.
And I've adjusted. So I've adjusted.
You did. And yes,
now
you have.
I don't ask you if we're putting makeup on or not. I just do it because I'm like, these bitches want to fucking keep recording.
No, because you're gonna be like, I I look like Casper. I'm mad pale.
FYI, because the lighting in my apartment is shit, and I always look so goddamn
How many times
pale.
have we given you
Suggestions on how to fix that.
and links to buy a ring light?
The ring light just makes me paler, Karen. It's not that
It has tones. You can move it. You can maneuver it. You can
put it in your ass. Okay, but anyway, it's just fucking thing. How many times I gave you suggestions? Like, bitch, we know what you look like. We're trying to help you dim yourself. It was just like, the fuck. Like, did you hear what you said on the?
Anyway, moving. You see why I said that the banter between y'all two?
No,
she just
because-
literally told you to stick a thing up your ass.
No, it's not because we'll try your ass because both of you are hilarious. You're like, well, how many times have we told you what to do?
You are a dick,
That's
but
okay.
I love you.
It's all right. I love you too. It's just like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Moving on.
Is there anything that you regret other than this conversation just heard and
I don't
transpired?
regret this conversation. I think it needs to
Is
be
there
known.
anything that you said in one of these episodes, one of the 32, 33 episodes, I don't even fucking know, episodes,
350.
389 episodes, that you have said? Is there something that you're like, why did I say that, or why did I share that?
No, but what our listeners and followers don't know is that how many episodes we've recorded and have never put up because we're like, we didn't like
No.
that.
Ugh.
We re-recorded and we're like, we still don't like that.
That just happened last week, Karen.
Yeah, but there's like one or two.
There's another.
No,
The
we've had
cereal one.
the cereal. Yeah,
okay,
like we've
yeah,
done
I
that.
forgot about that.
Come
You're
on.
right, you're right,
And I
you're
think
right,
there's
right.
one more at the beginning. I can't remember it
Yeah.
right off the top. But
We
I think
did the intro a few times.
Yeah,
because
so-
it was
oh.
the first one. You're right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely
I,
So-
right.
I got excommunicated from hosting for a couple of
because you
episodes.
were given one job.
Yeah, but I did it then the next time I did a really
Yeah,
good
yeah,
job.
yeah.
You did it recently. You did a better job.
I did
Yes.
it, but thank
Yes.
you. And here's another thing. These two bitches all of a sudden became my teachers where they're like, yeah, mind you, this one stutters when she says pretty and petty.
I can't say it.
This one gets blonde moments. Nobody tells her she can't talk anymore, but then I'm Alex's. It's all right.
I'm never gonna stop.
It's all good.
Can't
It's good.
stop, won't stop.
I regret the Office one because I don't know. I was in a mental state of like
Of hate.
everybody in this office hates me and I hate them back. But technically, that's
You
not
regret
the
that
case.
one? That one was really funny.
The shit one?
No, because
Talking about the shit etiquette?
yeah, the
No,
shit
because I
bathroom
felt
and
like
stuff
it's
that.
relatable. Like how many people?
But like I specifically said, like I don't like hanging out with people from the office. That's not true. I've hung out with people from the office in small groups. But when it comes to the whole entire floor, I'm just not comfortable. But when it comes to people that I love to be with, and there's a few that I can name, but I won't because then if I leave somebody out, they're gonna be like, you see, you don't like me.
That's true.
But there are times that they would come out for like birthday or drinks or whatever the hell it was. So
Okay.
that I regret saying because it wasn't for everyone. It was just for a few people there that I just didn't like. That's it. Yes?
How about you, Alex? Anything you regret saying? Anything you
No,
regret?
she wants to respond to me. Go ahead.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
Nah, I'm not going to respond.
Because if you guys don't know already, but they do work together, and I used to work there.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Yeah.
meet Karen there.
No.
I met
No.
Karen on the train.
On the way to the train. Yes.
Yes.
That's great. Anyways, so moving on. So I don't regret. I feel like what I put out or what I said about myself made people like relate, like they're not alone, especially women, in regards to being a certain age, wanting to start a family, even if it's like with or without someone. Like the issue, you know, dating at our age, the stuff we go through. I feel like I've always been kind of transparent. Maybe certain things, like maybe I'm too transparent. Like if I was like, damn, it's been a little dry spell for Alex or something, because then when we went on the hot, what is it? With
The hot
Kevin?
sauce, the hot
sauce,
shots.
the hot shots.
The hot
it kind of
shots.
came and bit me back in the ass because Kevin was like, Alex, so you were on a dry spell for a while. I was like, when did I say that? He was like, in one of your episodes. I was like, I gotta.
No, he actually named the
I
episode.
was like, I gotta shut the fuck up.
And
because
all the
we were-
questions were to Alex. Like
You
something about
directed.
something she said.
yeah,
Something I say.
because you have key things that you've said.
So-
Not for nothing, she has the best stories.
You do.
I have just they're just stories. They're
Anecdotal.
real. But I think maybe like funny stuff like that. I think people are like I've had men comment to me like, hey, good luck with what you're trying to do in regards to baby and all that stuff. And I really appreciate that because I was like, oh, like
Yeah.
guy friends are listening. But then you get also when we do recording, you make me do all the makeup and I put a certain lipstick on and I'll get a comment from one guy or two guys that are, and they'll be like, why are you wearing that? Oh, you don't look good like that. And then that's the stuff where
What
you're like,
you
oh my
should
God, do I
say
regret
is,
EAD?
I'm not going to fuck you. So what does it matter what you think
No,
my
you
lipstick
need to
looks
be like, ven a arreglarme la cara. Like, come do my face yourself then, coño. Because what the hell? That's the thing, too. Like, when you do shit like this, you're going to have people criticize
you.
you.
Become self-conscious a little bit more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall, like what I've said is nothing where I'm like, oh my God, I would never say that in front of people. I talk more shit probably in the office than anything. But I don't have regrets. It's just more like learning curves and learning experiences on how to say things or maybe not offend certain people. I had one instance where I said something and some people took it as an offense. But other than that, no, that was it.
Now, I have a question regarding family. Do you have family members listening to our recordings and following us? Because I certainly do. And what I get, because nobody's more critical than family, right? My mom and my sister are like, you laugh a lot. You're always laughing. Your teeth are always showing. I'm like, but
It's
the girls
funny.
are fucking funny. I
But
can't help
isn't that why
it.
they call you crocodilo?
Cocodrilo. Can you say that right?
No, how you say it?
Cocodrilo.
I don't care. You know what I meant.
Oh, wait. You just mad because you
Nobody
can't say
calls
it.
me cocodrilo because I don't have a lot of teeth. It's just you can see my teeth.
That's, yes.
Because I'm always laughing.
Because you're always smiling and laughing.
Because you guys are funny.
that's nice.
In terms of my family, half of my family showed up on the show.
This is so true.
That's so weird.
This is the Del Monte show.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, we're just waiting for her grandma to hit up right now, right? We're
Oh,
waiting
my
for her to
grandma
call.
died.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, you're
Yeah,
killed
she
the
just had to make it
moment.
solemn now.
Even
Fuck.
solemn. You could have just made pretend. Like,
And
yeah,
if she
blah,
were to be on the show, she would literally tell you about how she raised chickens in the farm in DR. That was,
blah. Okay.
and other stories. But no, I mean, I do have cousins that have not been on the show that do listen to it. And
But they got
enjoyed
good
it.
adventures. I mean, they're doing stuff with themselves
they
that
are.
is actually for, what is it, Pasadilla?
Pasadilla, Guilty Little
For the
Little
community,
Pleasures.
for the community, she's really blowing up. Like
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
her shirts and stuff. And then we
And you know what? To be honest with you, by way of you and your connections is how we met the guys from What Do You Think About That?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you
I mean,
did bring a good
you
element.
did bring a lot.
See, you're
to
not
us.
See, y'all owe
nobody.
me.
And
She
Danny.
knows, she knows a lot
and,
of people.
you know,
Karen
brought
don't.
Lisa.
You brought
Let's be
Lisa.
honest. Karen don't know nobody. So.
Bitch, I brought Adila.
You brought one
And you
person.
brought Kevin.
Hold
You
on,
brought
but
one
You brought
person
Kevin too. What are you judging?
I know I brought more than one person.
Who?
I brought Esty. And she brought many. I only need one.
It's a pyramid scheme over here.
It's a Ponzi scheme. Sounds like that is.
I brought her, and I was like, "Yo, she got
That's
my
it,
connection."
shit. So
'Cause
she got me.
Yeah, I got her. So that's it.
Well, fuck you both.
She's my backup.
Okay?
She literally was like, I'm taking credit for all those people down the line.
You know how it is. It's like I get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
She does.
She's like, so in total, I really did bring
I
seven
bring
people.
everybody.
Yeah, no
I brought
shit.
everybody. I brought everybody.
But anyway.
And we brought Gus.
And we
which
brought
was-
Gus.
yes, Gus.
Yes.
Yes.
Alex, how about you? You have family members that listen?
You know what's so funny is because I don't know that they listen until one of my cousin's girl, like I happened to bump into her at a birthday party, and she was like, "Oh my God, I listened to you." I was
You
like,
want to
"Oh."
give her a shout out now so she'll listen to this?
She'll listen to this. She'll
But
be
say,
fine.
give her a shout out. Shout out to, what's her name?
So it's my cousin Sammy's girl. Her name is Kat. I know her
Kat.
name.
Hi,
And
Kat.
you know how we know Alex's family is listening to is the analytics, right? That we get. So who listens to us in Canada?
Yeah.
Alex's family
Yeah.
who live in Canada.
See, we international bitches. So my cousins listen. My brother listens. And that's it. My dad just found out I'm on Instagram and podcast, so he'll probably be now listening, which is hilarious.
We're going to take a break to give a special commercial from Santorini's restaurant in Sleepy Hollow.
And you gotta play like the Greek music. Yeah, we're so off. But yeah, so my family members listen, like my brother listens, my cousin listen. They don't really give feedback, maybe one or two, and a lot of coworkers listen.
Yes.
One of my ex-managers listens. He just told me, and I was kind of like, "Ugh."
My ex-manager as
Your
well.
ex-manager as well. And so it's funny when you have like managers or coworkers listening because they know we're talking sometimes about them.
In your business, too, that they can easily
Yeah, like at
spread.
work. That's what my concern is because I do have ex-managers that listen to me as well, but they're my friends. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we're on a different level.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, these are my colleagues. I don't tell them all that stuff. Like, we're talking about sex, and we're talking about all these things.
Yeah, but it's not like we're talking about like putting it in your ass, Karen. I mean,
no, you talked about shitting on your ass to a tube with water. I'm literally going back to this because that was, I think, the most. I don't know why.
I don't.
Well, you know that she was also the person who brought it up in the episode.
Yeah,
as well.
I know, but like,
and I remember saying, "We're really gonna do this, right?"
Yes,
we're gonna do this.
But you haven't stopped talking about it since.
No, I do not talk about poop.
You've brought it up
before.
I have not. Yes, you
Let's
have.
go back. Sorry, no, I do not.
Yes, you have.
I'm not one to do that.
But here's the thing. We should cut the shit. Like, just like
let's talk about our favorite episode.
Yes.
I think that's the next.
Talk your favorite.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm partial to Erica. Erica's conversations, like her episodes, are hysterical. Like, we really, because we don't know her. She's your cousin, right? So she is an objective person. And she just gives us a lot of information. She was very empowering, I think, when it comes to sexuality, and I'm all about that. I think we live in a world where women need to embrace more their sexuality and not feel like they're being shamed for, their escapades or their
buying toys and all that stuff.
Yeah, and just in general, like their idea about sex. So I'm partial to Erica. I do like Kevin's was hysterical.
Yes.
And we got a lot of feedback on Kevin's because he was, we just, all four of us vibed really well. Not to say that any of our other guests, we loved our other guests. We love Danny, we love Andy, Adila, Lisa, Gus. But I have a somewhere in my heart for Erica.
I thought you were going to say Danny because...
Oh my God, because of my girl crush?
Yes.
Yeah, but that I keep to myself.
Because Alex is going to get upset.
Yeah, she was totally left out. She felt you were left out, that you weren't feeling the love that day.
No, you were just like, I'm really crushing on you, and I'm
because she was
like,
amazing.
Like, relax yourself. Let's
You're like, wipe it down.
Like, when drooling and shit. She's like, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm really crushing on you, and I'm like,
I said it was the vibe. But what's funny is then you come up with the lesbian questions. All right, Danny, so which one would you sleep with?
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. No, I do love Danny, and I actually love her so much that I intend to, eventually record with her for Periscopes.
Yeah.
Because I think that she brings a lot, especially when I talk about manifestations and affirmations. She really has that down packed. I mean, this is what she does for a living.
Yeah.
And so, yes, Danny does. She's up there with Erica.
Okay.
But Erica was my girl.
What about you, Alex? What was your favorite episode?
My favorite episode. So I don't have like a favorite one. I really liked when we just talked shit. Just us three. Like, the guests are fun. I liked the guests. Like, I liked when Kevin was on. I liked when
Andy was on too.
When
you had fun with Andy.
Yeah,
too.
I had fun
Shout
with
out.
Andy. When Lisa was on, that was like, oh girl, tell them what I've been saying about dating. That was fun, but I really liked like the whole like antics, like when we would talk shit about each other, or like, what really stuck in my head was the when we talked about like pumpkin spice. And like we were talking about fall and sweater weather. Like, I think those things, like when we just bring up dumb shit like that and we snap on each other.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I just snap.
Snap is so old.
Such an old thing. Like, I snapped on you.
Yeah, you snapped.
Like when you were like,
Okay.
Karen, you don't cook. What do you know? Or then like, you
Bitch.
you know,
You don't know me.
You say you don't cook.
I think those
I don't prefer to be domestic, no. But
like,
I can
not
cook.
domestic.
If you look at all the episodes and how we like kind of like shit on each other, I think those are like the funniest moments for me.
Yeah,
like
that's
I always
awesome.
crack. I like those things where like
when it's just us.
Probably that and like the Wolf Urine story that I talked
Yeah,
about.
urine
like,
is
yeah,
amazing. How about you, SD?
I don't have a favorite episode. I try to think about this long and hard, and that's not a dick comment. Now it's a dick comment.
So went from shit to dick.
But isn't this SD? She goes from shit to dick.
It's like an
And then she's like, you guys are so dirty, but look at this dick. Like, that's you.
When did I show you a dick?
No, I'm just, I'm being...
I think the last one I showed you was the Trey Songs. Was it not?
Bitch, no, we're talking about before when we were putting up these balloons.
Oh, I
And you're like, this
did.
P could turn into a D.
I did, and I held it up like a penis.
Yes, exactly. This is behind the scenes, and you guys didn't see it.
I didn't
and
see that shit
Alex
either.
didn't even see
Where
it.
was I?
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom,
Oh,
changing. But
You missed it.
so,
Sorry.
she's our resident dirty
Birdie.
old lady. Yeah, dirty,
birdie.
birdie.
I don't mind dirty
continue.
birdies. I like dirty birdies.
I don't have a favorite episode. I have favorite like
moments.
moments, and just like when we're talking about you getting kidnapped, Because you
The Sultan.
the
To
Sultan,
take it.
the
That shit
Sultan
was
story.
The Sultan was
I had
good.
a lot of fun with the Erica episode, but I think it's because I was drinking. I was drinking a lot that day, so it was more fun for me.
Because I was loosening it up.
Yeah. And then I guess
Oh my God, we didn't mention Maura. Pasadilla.
we did.
We did. We said Masa.
as an episode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why it just came out. Like,
No, we talked.
we didn't
No,
mention
she's
her.
in there.
We
She
love
did,
her.
and she's doing a lot more merch. If y'all want to check her out,
Yeah.
Pasadilla
Yeah.
Boutique. So yeah, I don't have a favorite episode, but I have favorite like whatever episode that I feel like I laughed the most is when I had the most fun, and there's a few of those. So
Yeah.
There are a few, because for the most part, she keeps her face tight, her lips curled, and
But you can see the evolvement.
The
with
the
all
evolution of
us
Esty.
From the beginning. To,
from like a monkey to an ape man.
she turned, and then she turned into a unicorn.
we're talking about Neanderthals.
And
Yes, she's like,
Right,
so
she became
evolution of man.
She became a fucking unicorn.
Evolution of
now.
us.
Oh, she said she called you a unicorn.
We used to
Thank
talk
you.
shit, you know, especially, you know which ones I like when one of us was not in the episode and y'all would talk shit, you know,
Yeah.
or I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last few episodes, because I think we've finally tightened a little bit, got a little bit of Botox in how we do this. Like when you guys were doing the Royal one,
yeah.
the Regal episode with like Biggie and the Royals, and I forgot who else was in the episode, but whatever the case was. And then the DMX one was pretty good too.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
DMX
yeah.
died.
Yeah.
Like the story, a lot of people enjoy that story, but the cash checking
Oh my
place
God, yes.
and you giving him a fucking attitude.
You're like,
But see, I just want the viewers to know that it doesn't matter how famous you are, you're going to get Alex.
Genuine
Always the
Alex.
same.
Yeah.
Until I
Like you're
find
gonna
out-
get your check and your cash with a fucking stank face.
Right. And you know what? And once I know you are famous, then I'll change my whole
Yeah, she's
tune.
like, oh my God.
Sorry.
I love your album.
Love your album.
I don't know any of the songs, but I love it. Bueno, I
right.
think we should take another sip and say
Yes.
goodbye.
Yes.
And thanks for listening and for watching and for being with us on this journey. Thanks to everyone that has been helping us, our guests, our producers, our sound engineers, our everybody.
Sound engineers, yeah, we ain't that big time. I mean,
we do. We had
Wait,
John.
yeah, but-
Shout out to John
I mean,
Azeri
John was
with the
here.
volume.
He was
John
not
is
even-
like doing it all, right?
Yeah, he's totally
Yeah.
doing it.
But you acting
He's
like we have a
recording,
whole
he's
crew, like, you know, it's just
Well,
He brought his assistant,
Poor
his
John.
lovely assistant. She's like, "You're gonna give me that whole check."
We got bills to pay.
I have my eye on
John,
the bag.
We have John behind, right? He's over here with his lovely wife, and
and
we're
we
talking
totally
shit.
appreciate them, you know,
Yeah.
because he made this possible.
Yes,
He
they
just
both
wants
do.
us to wrap the fuck up already.
He's tired.
Like,
He's so tired.
bitch, feed us.
He's
Right.
like,
Basically.
I'm tired. I was out till 5 a.m.
working.
That's what happens when y'all are young.
So cheers.
cheers.
So 1 year.
Yay!
Okay.
Was this the shortest episode?
Did you even close us out, bitch, before you started?
just for good old times.
You should close us out now that we're in person. We can punch you in
Yes.
your face if you don't do it, right? We'll do
Oh
it
my
right.
God, we could totally pinch you.
Punch you in your
I'm
fucking
like,
face.
do
if
it.
you better do that
Ernestine.
shit right now.
Do it.
Or put a gun
Do
to
it.
her head. Like, do it right now.
Bitch, do
so
it.
violent. You see that you crazy.
Do it.
I know.
Look, do it.
Do it. So
Do
for our 1 year anniversary.
Hey, toodaloo. Cállese la boca.
Just do it.
I did it.
Okay, you know what? We do it together.
Do it together.
So
All
1,
right.
2,
3.
Toodaloo, petty fuckers.
Bitch, you didn't do it. That's what she got.
Yo.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you,
Thanks for
guys.
listening. I gotta go to the
We love
hospital
you.
now. Bye.
She's the violent one. You're fucking not violent. She fucking hate you.